with Tao. Feel the fine qualities of creativity. Feel the fine qualities of creativity. And what are these fine qualities of creativity? We'll explain soon. Shiva is talking to Parvati, his consort. So this technique is specifically for women. There are a few points to be understood. One, male and female bodies are similar in many ways, but are still different in many ways, many ways. And the difference between male and female bodies is always complementary. The difference between male and female bodies is always complementary. Whatsoever is positive in the male body will be negative in the female body, and whatsoever is positive in the female body will be negative in the male body. That is why when male and female meet, there is a deep orgasm. Their meeting is a deep orgasm. They become one organism. The word organism comes from the word organism. Orgasm is the process through which two different organisms come in harmony with one another. They become one. Although they appear to be separate, but they are complementary to one another. This is the fine quality of creativity that permeates through male and female bodies. Whatsoever is positive in male is negative in the female, and whatsoever is positive in the female is negative in the man. This is the reason that they comprise one organism, and through deep orgasm they are united. The positive meets the negative, and both become one circle of energy, one organism. And unless not all of them are complementary to one another, not all male, they are made complementary to one another, but degrees of complementarity differs from person to person. The positive meets the negative meets the positive, and both become one circle of electricity. Hence, so much attraction is there for sex. So much appeal is there. This appeal is not because man is sinner or immoral, as it is perceived by the religious persons. This appeal is not because man is a sinner or immoral. It is because the modern world has become too licentious. It is not because of obscene films and literature. It is deep rooted. It is very cosmic in nature. That is why Shiva tells Parvati, feel the fine qualities of creativity permeating. Shiva tells Parvati, feel the fine qualities of creativity permeating through your breast and assuming delicate configurations. This is what Shiva tells Devi in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. Feel the fine qualities of creativity permeating your breasts and assuming delicate configurations. The attraction is because both man and woman are half circuits of electricity. Unless there is a connection between the two poles of the battery or two poles of the electric current, there is no circuit is not completed. They are made together for certain reasons. They are kept separate from one another. Although there is a connection between two poles of the battery, without that the car cannot stumble. So there is a key. That key is the process through which the circuit is completed between two poles of the energy, and current begins to flow. They become one organism, and the process continues. A similar thing when this circuit between male and female, two complementaries is completed through a process, illumination happens. And this is why Shiva tells Parvati, feel the fine qualities of creativity permeating your breasts. Attraction is because both male and female are half circuits. And unless you meet your complementary, the process of completing the circuit does not fulfill. Circle of electricity is not complete. Either the male energy is more, male pole is more, or the negative energy is more. They are not in harmony with one another. And sometimes there are fluctuations, variations in the flow of the currents, and this is why whenever there is a fluctuations, the electrical equipments gets damaged. And when there is a fluctuation between the current that flows between men and women, there is a disturbance. And when both current are flowing in such a way that they complement one another, the voltage, if I put it this word, voltage of the positive current that flows towards the negative, and negative has the same amount of negative voltage to counterbalance, the illumination happens. This is why we keep on stumbling into relationships. We do not understand why things do not attain fulfillment in one relationship, and sometimes with someone you meet and everything clicks. Everything becomes balanced. Illumination, every act that you perform, that happens in that oneness of organism, brings illumination in you. And illumination can be of various dimensions. And what are the dimensions? Creativity can manifest itself into millions of directions. Your understanding, your whatsoever it is, music, creativity in music, creativity in writing, creativity in any other dimension of life, that happens because between you and your spouse, the current that is flowing is of the same amplitude or magnitude or voltage. They neutralize one another. Unless the two complementary energies permeating through male and female balance one another, they do not become one organism. The attraction for one another is because the two complementaries need to be one organism as they have been made, as they have been created by the existence. And for that, orgasm is the process. Orgasm is not only physical through the genitals, it is even without sex, the orgasm happens. Orgasm happens at emotional level between such complementaries. Emotionally, every moment they look at one another, a kind of a fulfillment comes, and orgasm is the real essence of orgasm is fulfillment beyond any measure, unexplainable orgasm, unspeakable, that something that just happens every moment. The moment they think of each other, an unexplainable orgasm happens. When they look at one another, they touch one another. An unexplainable orgasm happens. You have not known this depth of sex. Unless this happens, you will continue to stumble and you will not be what you are bound to be, one organism between you and your spouse. The moment, this is what complementarity means. Attraction is the cause, and after that state comes your attraction or the opposite disappears. And until this happens, when your attraction for the other begins to disappear, that means you have found your complementary pole. You and your spouse are complementary to one another. Now this togetherness will create multiple organisms to be one organism. To be one organism. Sometimes it becomes unexplainable. It has nothing to do with immorality or anything. That man is sinner or a woman is sinner, that she or he keeps on changing the partners. It is not so. It is deep rooted, it is very cosmic. The attraction is because both male and female are half circuits, and there is an inherent tendency in the existence to transcend whatsoever is incomplete to become complete. When you and I, or you and your spouse, feel attraction for one another, it is the very nature, which it is in very harmony with existence. This is one of the ultimate laws, the tendency towards completion. This is one of the ultimate laws, the tendency towards completion. Whatsoever you, whenever you feel something is lacking, you feel that you would like to fill it, to make it complete. And nature abhors anything incomplete. Nature abhors any kind of incompleteness, any type of incompleteness. The male is incomplete, the female is incomplete. The moment you discover, and every person, male or female, looks for his or her complementary. The process continues. But if you have a deep awareness, then you will find it. The male is incomplete, the female is incomplete, and they have only one moment of completion. And what is that moment of completion? When their electric circuits become one, when the two are dissolved into one another. That is why two most important words in all the language are love and prayer. In love, you become one with a single individual. In love, you become one with a single individual. The moment you find your complementary, you become one in love. You are one organism, and through love, you merge into your complementary, and in prayer, you become one with the whole cosmos. And love and prayer are similar as far as their inner working is concerned. Male and female bodies are similar, but their positive and negative poles differ from one another. When a child is born in the mother's womb, when a child is born or conceived or begins to grow in mother's womb, for a few weeks, at least 6 weeks, I feel the child is neutral, is neither male nor female. This is my own deep understanding, is for 6 months. The child is neither male nor female. He has the tendency, but the body is still just in the middle. Then after 6 weeks, this happens for 6 weeks, first 6 weeks, not 6 months, first 6 weeks, the baby remains neutral. He has tendency to move in either direction. He can be born as a male or a female. He is neither male nor female. He has tendency, but the body is still in the middle. Then after 6 weeks, the body becomes either male or female. If it becomes female, then the polarity of sex energy will be near the breast. If after 6 months, if after 6 weeks the body has become either male or female, if it becomes female, then the polarity of the sex energy will be near the breast. This is cosmic and natural. The positive pole, that will be the positive pole in the women. Because the female, if it becomes female, then the polarity of sex energy will be near the breast, the positive pole. Because the female vagina is the negative pole. This is psychological as well. Psychology has explained it. The polarity of sex energy remains near the breast, and that is breast is the positive pole because the female vagina is the negative pole. If a child is male, the sex center will be the male genetic organ or penis will be the positive pole, and breast will also be there. The whole mechanism is there, but they are negative. In the female body, a counterpart to the penis exists, and in the male body, but it is non-functional. It has no function. If a child is male, the sex center remains the penis and will be the positive pole, and breast will also be there, but that will be negative. The whole mechanism will then be negative. The female body, in a female body, a counterpart to penis exists, but it is dormant. It is negative. The clitoris, but it is non-functional. It is a psychological symbol of penis in a female body, that is clitoris. But it is non-functional, it has no function. Psychologists have been raising questions about why there are breasts in the male body when there appears to be no need, because a child is not going to be fed by the male breasts. What is the need? This has been a deep question in human psychology. Psychologists have been raising questions about why there is the need for breasts in male body when there appears to be no need, because the child is not going to be fed by the male breasts. What is the need? They are negative poles, and because the breast in man is negative pole and the positive pole is the female breast, that's why there is attraction towards the female breasts. In male, there is attraction for female breast. They are positive electricity. And so much poetry has been created, sculptures, everything is concerned with female breasts. Really, it seems man is less concerned with the whole of the feminine body, hence more concern is with the breast. And there is a similar thing. And this is not something new. The oldest primitive paintings in caves are of breasts, so emphatically of breasts that whole body is just around them. Breasts are basic. In the same way, because in female the vagina is negative and there is a significant part of the male penis as clitoris, in the women there is attraction for the male genital, that is penis. It is complementary. A man is attracted towards the breast in a woman, and woman is attracted towards the penis in man. It is natural, psychologically accepted. So this technique that Shiva tells Parvati Devi is the technique for women because their positive electric pole is the breast. Really, as far as vagina is concerned, it is more or less insensitive. The most sensitive part in the female body is her breasts. And most sensitive part in the man is his penis, not his breasts. Breasts are the most sensitive part, and the whole creativity of the feminine body centers around the breast. This is deep mystical insight. That is why Hindus have been saying, and unless a woman becomes a mother, she is not fulfilled. That is why Hindus have been saying that unless a woman becomes mother, she is not fulfilled. The same is true about men. No one will say that unless the same is not true about man. No one will say that unless a man becomes a father, he is not fulfilled. Shiva emphasizes feel the sensitivity, emphasizes on the female breast. Feel the fine qualities of creativity permeating your breasts and assuming delicate configuration. Breasts are a delicate configuration. This Shiva tells Devi. That is why Hindus have been saying that unless a woman becomes a mother, she is not fulfilled, but it is not said about the father. Enough for now, but such insights will continue. Take care.